Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have used two men's t-shirts that I bought for £2 each and made them into an off-shoulder ruffle dress. So let's get into it. First I laid out one of the t-shirts and took a tank top I owned to use as a template. I folded the straps down and drew a straight line across the top of them to make this an off-shoulder dress. I then drew around the armholes with an extra inch for seam allowance. Then drew a line from the armhole to the bottom of the t-shirt and cut this out. With these pieces right sides together, I pinned down both sides starting from under the arms. Then sewed where I'd pinned. These would be the new side seams. Then I hemmed the armholes by folding the fabric over 1/4 inch, pinning it in place and sewing where I'd pinned. Repeat this for both arms. On to making the ruffle part of the dress. First I measured around my shoulders. My measurement was 40 inches. Using a calculator, I worked out how much fabric I'd need for the ruffle. I took the 40 inches I measured and added 10 to this to allow for more ruffle. I then divided this by 2 as I'd have 2 sides of a t-shirt to work with. My measurement was 25 inches. I first measured how wide I wanted the ruffle to be. I chose 12 inches, but this is completely up to you. I marked this measurement onto my second t-shirt, then measured 25 inches down from the line. And cut this out. I placed these pieces right sides together, pinned down both sides, then sewed where I'd pinned. Once that was done, I hemmed the bottom edge of the ruffle by folding it up about 1/2 inch, pinning in place and sewing along where I'd pinned. I then measured the length of the ruffle to find the midpoint and placed a pin in the front and a pin in the back, but you can use chalk if you wanted to. I repeated this with the main dress part. This is so you can position the two pieces together. With both pieces right sides up, I placed the main dress part into the ruffle and lined the pins up. Once they were lined up, I joined the two pieces together and also pinned the edges of the dress to the ruffle. I then repeated this with the other side of the dress. I also added a few more pins to each side before sewing to make sure everything was sitting flat. Now the two pieces were joined together, I turned the dress inside out and folded the top edge over about 1/2 inch all the way around the dress. This was to hem the dress, but to also create a tunnel for elastic to pass through. Once it was pinned all the way around, I sewed where I'd pinned, but made sure to leave a gap for the elastic. I then measured a piece of elastic around my shoulders. This shouldn't be too tight, but snug enough to stop the dress slipping down. I fed this elastic through the tunnel I had made. Once I'd fed it all the way around, I sewed the two ends together, spread it evenly throughout the dress and sewed the gap closed. The dress was now finished and this is how it looked. I decided to pair mine with a black belt. This is another great item for your summer wardrobe. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.